Pro-Trump rioters are begging for forgiveness after they got caught storming the Capitol building in what was a violent coup attempt. So now we're going to first start with a CEO that was caught here. This is Bradley. Let me show you a picture here. Bradley Rookstales, CEO and president of Cogensia. So now he was one of them that were one of the rioters. So now he told WBEZ that he was real sorry for his role, okay, for getting arrested for unlawful entry. Quote, "My decision to enter the Capitol was wrong, and I am deeply regretful to have done so. Without qualification as a peaceful and law-abiding citizen, I condemn the violence and destruction that took place in Washington." You can no longer call yourself a peaceful, law-abiding citizen because you literally broke the law. The same. But now, you say, oh, man, my bad, dog. That turns out storming the Capitol as part of an angry mob bent on overthrowing democracy wasn't a great idea after all. Interesting. He says, I offer my sincere apologies for my indiscretion. Indiscretion. If we were a black person, they'd be dead or in prison right now. But for a white guy, it's indiscretion. Oh, apologies for my indiscretion, guys. Sorry. No. You straight up participated in a coup attempt to disrupt the democratic process from taking place because you didn't like that your leader lost a legitimate election. Protest is one thing. I support protest. All right? That is protected by the Constitution. What you did was not protest. Is not protected by the law. Okay? But he continues. I deeply regret that my actions have brought embarrassment to my family, colleagues, friends, and fellow countrymen. It was the single worst personal decision of my life. I have no excuse for my actions, and I wish that I could take them back. Yeah, well, you got caught. That's what happens. That's why he's sorry. He's sorry he got caught and suffered consequences. In fact, in a post on Twitter, his employer announced that he has been placed on leave while they investigate the incident. Our CEO participated in the recent Washington, D.C. protests, which they weren't. The tweet from Cogensia, those actions were his own and not acting on behalf of Cogensia, nor do his actions in any way reflect the policies and values of our firm. He has been placed on leave of absence while we assess further. All right. So now remember when I said, when I reported on this, that these people are not members of the working class, okay? This is not a working class revolt. And I'm sorry, but there are lefties out there that are saying, this could be us, but we playing, okay? But you playing. That's not us. These are not lefties, okay? These are not people that lefties should ally themselves with. These are not working class people. These are the CEOs. These are the business class people. These are upper middle class whites who are either fascist or fascist adjacent. So they're not fighting against the system that's screwing them over because they get all the advantages from the current system. There's more. It's not the only one who is begging for, forgiveness. You also have Hosea Colt from Boise, Idaho. So now let me show you him. That's what he did. That was him in the House chamber. All right. So now he said that his actions had been inappropriate and that he had not intended to, quote, leave a stain on our great country's democratic process. There were reports that some of these rioters had left their excrement and spread it all over in the Capitol building. Talk about leaving a stain. They absolutely left a stain. Okay? So now his apology comes after he bragged about his rampage through the U.S. Capitol. Okay? So, in a video posted on Instagram shortly after his rampage, Colt had used a derogatory slur to refer to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and then called her a traitor. I'm no fan of Nancy Pelosi. You know that, and I've called her plenty of things in my life. But using a slur, no. Calling somebody corrupt, calling somebody out of touch, I guess for them might seem like a slur. But for me, well, it's an accurate description. But I can only imagine what this white right-winger was calling her. All right. So now the 34-year-old claimed that he was the first to sit in the Democrat's chair. However, the seat actually would have been that of Vice President Mike Pence. So congratulations for sitting in the wrong chair.
Mike Pounds.
Congratulations. Now, on Thursday, Colt had a different tune. He said that he had brought shame upon myself and is now seeking legal advice, which is kind of smart because you're going to need that legal advice. Oof. Now, in a message to CBS 2 News, he said, "I love America. I love the people. I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't cause any damage in the chamber. I got caught up in the moment. And when I saw the door to the chamber open, I walked in. I hopped down and I sat in the chair. I said my piece and I helped the gentleman get to safety that was injured and left. While in the chamber, I told the other protesters that this is a sacred place and not to do any damage. Some of them wanted to trash the place and steal stuff." Throwing his fellow rioters under the bus there. Fun times. "But I told them not to and to leave everything in its place. We're still on sacred ground. I sincerely apologize to the American people. I recognize my actions have brought shame upon myself, my family, my friends, and my beautiful country. In the moment I thought I was doing the right thing, I realize now that my actions were inappropriate, and I beg forgiveness from America and my home state of Idaho." Okay. All right. So there's that. There's another person as well. And so you've probably already seen his picture. You've probably already seen his picture here. So let me get to that. And that is, of course, Richard Barnett. This guy. All right. So now, among those to have been identified include 60-year-old gun rights activist Richard Barnett, who was photographed with his feet on the desk in Pelosi's office. He later told the New York Times that he had left Pelosi a nasty note, shocker, and told a local TV station that he'd been walking around looking for a bathroom shortly before the picture was taken. I wonder if the, Capitol pooper and this guy are the same. I mean, he said he was looking for a bathroom. I guess he found one, maybe in the halls. I don't know. I guess we could see if there's a DNA test that they could take. I'm not sure. Now, let's see. He is getting charged. Federal charges are knowingly entering or remaining in a restricted building or grounds without lawful entry, violent entry, disorderly conduct in Capitol grounds, and theft of public money, property, or records. Again, he had stolen a piece of mail from Nancy Pelosi's office. So, did I miss the poop and taser the... Oh, no, I covered that. I talked about that already. All right. So, hey, I was just looking for a bathroom. That's it. I really wasn't doing anything wrong sitting in Nancy Pelosi's chair. Yeah. All bullshit. Total bullshit. In fact, here's why all of these excuses are just garbage. All right. First of all, they showed up for an event based on a conspiracy theory that the president-elect didn't actually win the election. And that the election was somehow stolen from Trump because of all the voter fraud that we can't prove. And then you had Republicans like Brad Raffensperger and Brian Kemp that somehow had betrayed Trump, I don't know how, by actually just doing the count of the actual votes that had come in. But no, to them, it's just a part of an evil plot to install Joe Biden as a fake president who will suddenly somehow bring in communism, Chinese-style communism, to the rest of the country. None of that, of course, is anywhere near true. Terrible. This is what they believe, though. It's what they believe. And they're saying, and this is why they were there. In fact, in an interview at CBS Chicago, Ruxtalis said that it was great to see so many Trump supporters gathered for the Stop the Steal event on January 6th. Again, that's what it was about. So, hey, it's good to see so many people cast doubt on the legitimate election with absolutely no proof. Fantastic. But then he said, well, I can't believe everything turned into chaos. Quote, I had nothing to do with charging anybody or anything or any of that. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I regret my part in that. And that's all I'm comfortable saying. I bet dollars to donuts that if this hadn't worked, if this had worked, he wouldn't be sorry at all. Are you kidding me? No, he'd be celebrating. Had they disrupted the counting process and somehow, in some way, that allowed Donald Trump to take office, which it's not even a good plan. It doesn't even make any sense how this would work. But somehow Donald Trump becomes dictator for life. And their little coup works, right? Well, this guy would not have apologized. He would be celebrating himself. He would be celebrated as a freedom fighter for fascism. Wait, what? I think these people, they knew exactly what they were doing. After all, this was, again, planned in advance. It was not spontaneous. They had merch. They had T-shirts with Civil War, January 6, 2021, emblazoned on it. Come on. Don't tell me that you were a victim to just having to get caught up in the chaos. You didn't have to be there. No, these are more people that are just upset that they got caught doing what they were doing. I have no sympathy for them whatsoever. Y'all effed around. Now you're going to find out. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.